there. So
Right.
this all stems back before the game even began, essentially.
Yeah, there's definitely a domino effect there. Pre-game, we were so concerned with Timbersaws' ability to have a good game, and they just gave him one. It worked out
They
really
really
well for
did.
them. I
Yeah,
think
they
they had an
really, really did.
interesting idea with the axe. The idea behind it, right, is that they look at the Void, they're like, okay, he's this high cooldown team fighter. Let's just pick something like Axe that is always ready to fight
5 seconds
when
remaining.
Chrono is down. But then they last pick the Morphling, and suddenly they have this like greedy Tricore that needs to farm early with a snowballing Timbersaw because of a slight misstep that they made early game. The whole game just looked so different. And we're back to TA.
I like
are
it.
indeed.
RNG first phase ban out Winter Wyvern, and this just it's like the light bulb going off, right? It's like, oh, they want the TA because that's how we countered it in the first game, so let's beat them to it. I think that was their idea when they were planning drafts against RNG, and RNG just goes straight back for that Void because hey, it's pretty much the only games they've won has been with the Faceless Void support.
You know what? I'm a believer. This is their hero. This is their bread and butter. I'm a fan of the Red Panda Void.
Putting the stamp of approval there.
RNG's turn
Yep.
to ban.
Onto the +5 Void.
So these are really strong openers on both teams, but something that I kind of paid attention to when I was looking over RNG's games is that they did have a Void and Lena opener once, but they actually
10 seconds
flexed both of those heroes to core after their enemies expected them to play the support Void. So I wonder if they'll be looking to do something similar like that this game, because traditionally a Lena mid does have a very strong matchup versus TA. Like, she's one of the better heroes, and landing against her, I know a lot of people think that it's TA favored, and generally it is, but Lena can do great on that as well.
10
And she's
seconds
also
remaining.
a hero that's massively enabled by her Faceless Void.
No, I would have to agree with you. I think Lena can do very well against TA. It's more in the mid and the late game where the TA has, or the Lena will have a problem, as the TA can just blink on top of you and you can't really go through the refraction charges as you need to kind of make space between the two of you before you can turn around and do anything. And yeah, that's a really good point you make. Like the Lena and the Faceless Void being able to be flexed till the very end here. They're very synergetic, of course. Void needs some kind of mid laner that can constantly shove lanes out so he can just sit in the jungle and freely farm. And Lena can also provide a lot of damage inside the Chrono. And she's become like one of the top 3 best semi carries mid in this patch.
Yeah. I mean,
Agreed.
her damage late game is just ridiculous.
The dataless build is just absurd on her. It's interesting
So
to
good.
see how Lena always switches every patch. She'll have a phase where people are playing her as a spellcaster, and then suddenly they remember, no, she's also a strong right clicker. And Lena just always goes through these cycles. And we've finally cycled back to DPS Lena maybe a few months ago. But I mean, the Void Lena opening is a lot more flexible than the TA Nyx. We already have an idea of how IG are going to play their lineup, whereas RNG's is more up in the air.
And I love that they pick their
Broodmama.
offlaner here as well, just keeping it nice and flexible on RNG. Doesn't lock them in for any of these roles yet. Really good.
Have you guys seen any safe lane TAs from China?
10 seconds remaining.
Don't think so.
Yeah, so that's something that has been kind of popular a few months ago in South America, NA. I think
Yeah, SA do it
in
a lot.
BP as well did it a few times. But if they do safe lane TA, like it's pretty good against Brood. You just deny against him, and then eventually you can just sideblade him, and you can also sideblade Spiderlings. It could be tricky if the Brood comes from behind you. There's a chance you can die, but at that point you're probably just already gone into the jungle. So, but I don't think China has really like caught on that or are willing to try it.
I mean, I feel like they've been very creative and flexible recently, so they might end up trying it if it looks like a good game. They definitely set up for this Broodmother pick with their Sand King, Tide, and Darkseer bans, while IG had to kind of cover their TA with the PL and TB bans. To be honest, I'm really liking RNG's draft. I don't know if I've just become a huge fan after that last game, but I'm leaning more towards it at the moment.
I mean, in the drafting phase, at least, I will always lean towards a team which is more creative and can flex things more, leave things open. I feel like, very much from a drafting point of view, that makes you much. You just have a better foundation to work from compared to a team which is kind of stuck in their roles. But
Magnus being picked up is very greedy at this point, I would say, looking at IG's heroes, unless they decide to put the mag in the safe lane. But offlane mag plus another carry that wants to utilize Empower plus a Templar Assassin. It just feels like they're going to be lacking team fight in this game and too much farm as well.
IG do need a faster hero as well, because Nyx Assassin is someone who needs to play with a hero. He just doesn't play by himself. You kind of erase a lot of the early game power of this hero by not giving him a partner, someone to set up for kills for.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. It's so depressing to see a Nyx Assassin just running around going, oh, look, there's like a half-health Luna jungling here. And then everyone's just like, yeah, but I'm jungling.
But so, yeah, I'm farming. No, I'm farming. And he's just like, okay.
All right, scuttle off. Scuttle into the trees and cry. I do think this Magnus might be safe lane, though, as an answer to the Brood. Does that work?
Yeah, it does work.
I've seen that before, yeah.
It's really good because you have like 90 base damage. And the thing how you beat Broodmother is not through shutting her down, but like actually denying creeps in the lane. If you can slow down the experience of the Broodmother, eventually the Brood's going to get 6 no matter what and take your tower. But the longer you slow them down, the better it is. At some point as a carry, your job is just going to the jungle because it's much more lucrative for you. So I totally see a mag being amazing here. One thing from Safe and Mag being amazing. One thing from RNG here with the Wind Ranger pick, I think Lina is like 100% locked into the mid roll at this point. That's what that tells me, because it was a reactionary pick to like the Templar Assassin, and I believe they just want to get D-Stone's hero right then and there because that's what he feels comfortable playing against the Templar Assassin, and they don't want it to be banned out.
That's a very good point.
Radiant team
I'm thinking about, wasn't it LGD that played a lot of safe lane Magnus at the DPC season 2?
The safe lane Magnus, I believe it was BG. BG played a bunch of safe lane Magnus.
Yeah.
And in a couple of games that I watched, it was in response to Brood, and it did hold its own very well. So the more I'm thinking about it, the more I can actually see it happening. And it would make more sense because you don't want your offlaner to take away farm from the TA.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's also like if you do offlane mag, then now you have another carry in your team, right?
Yeah.
Where if the Magnus is the carry, then you can see it working out if you just pick a position 3 hero who can make space.
Right. I really hope Nyx gets a partner. I feel very bad for him right now.
Some burst damage, hopefully. The TA is pretty good with the Nyx, but not early on though, like you would hope.
Not early on, but later, definitely. I mean, Nyx can play a slow game too and just provide information for his team.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't like make the best use out of the hero skill set though, does it?
Radiant team pick.
I agree. I'm wondering if this is just a 4 Enchantress and a 5 Nyx. I feel like you want to put the Enchantress against the Wind Ranger.
Yeah,
So
do you
maybe
want to
it's just
go
a 5
Nyx
Enchant
Magnus laning together though? Double melee? Might just get
10
bullied by
seconds
either Lina or Wind.
It's been done. But no,
5
I think you
seconds
want the
remaining.
Enchantress to lane against the Wind Ranger here.
RNG's turn to
For obvious reasons, right? Enchant dispels Wind Run
Enchant dispel Wind Run.
kill potential in the lane. So it is a safe lane Magnus.
Okay.
Well done.
Nice.
Thank you. I got one thing
Congratulations,
right
everyone.
today. I'll go to bed smiling. Ignore the 20 things I got wrong. But yeah, Centaur comes out from IG. That's going to be their game playing offlaner. And then Gyrocopter's going to come out as a carry pick for RNG. There we go. Those are the drafts all finished up. Final thoughts, guys?
Good fighting potential from RNG. I think I like where they're going with this. It's got a lot of tempo in their lineup. IG though, I think Emo's mad after the last game and he's gonna go berserk in this game. So I'm hoping Emo's gonna show up, and if he does, it's gonna look real scary.
I think IG's lineup looks very good too, but I think RNG are just so comfortable in their 5 void that I'm like, I want them to win. I'm rooting for them at this point.
Their combo's so good on the side of RNG.
I think they can
like,
do it. I think
so
they
much
can.
damage in the chrono.
Yeah. Yeah, with the gyro and everything. If this gyro has a good game, it's going to be really, really hard for them to shut him down. However, I think the same can be said about the other side. If this Magnus has a good game, you know, it doesn't really look like there's much to really stop him getting off these big RPs. There is a brood, actually. That could be a factor if she can get those spiders on him, but we will see how this one goes down. I think for me, maybe leaning a little bit more towards IG. I do like the mag. I think it's very cool. But
I like it
RNG
too,
though.
but I'm gonna go
POS
RNG.
5 Void versus POS 1 Mag. Which way do I want to go? Yeah, I'll go IG for this one. I think they got it in the bag, but yeah, RNG definitely going to be playing their usual creative, interesting POS 5 Void along with the other strategies as well, and God King on the gyrocopter as well, which only leads us to throw it over to our casters. So, Bcop and Mofara will be taking you through this third and final game of this series between IG and RNG here at the OGA Dota Pit. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Put my hands up. There we go. Raising the roof. You know, got a little power nap in there, and now I'm ready to go. Ready to watch another Void 5. I'm hyped. Void 5 is the new thing. It's the new the new hotness.
Well, it is for RNG.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
They seem to love it.
They love it. They love it. They're having a great time here with a Brood, Windrunner, Lina, Gyro. All right. Is that the lineup you believe in?
I don't mind both lineups. I think they're okay. I think the double range core into the Chrono is really nice. Obviously, Lina especially. I think their opening was really strong, the Lina Void. So, oh, here comes the wonderful view again. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how IG do. Obviously, you know, we've talked about how some teams like play these 3-2s again. Like they have their POS 1 TA mid. Obviously, Fly can eventually turn into a carry as well. Doesn't farm quite as fast at the beginning, but will ramp up that farm quickly with the Empower. I'm hoping to see a better Ench performance this game in the first 5-10 minutes than we did the last time. I think this hero has such high potential. So we'll see what it can do. And I mean, Nyx has been one of those heroes this tournament that it looks incredible. The Chinese teams, when they play Nyx, I feel like they make so much more value from it. You know, there's none of this POS 4 Nyx a lot of the time, where they like rush ags and stuff. You still can, it's not bad, right? But it feels like they get so much information off the map that they utilize.
I think coming into the day, before we even started, I talked about Kaka, who loves playing this Nyx Assassin. It's been that. For one of the previous Dota pits, it was that and Mirana that he just demolished on. And it really feels like he becomes such a game changer when it comes to him playing on the Nyx Assassin. And the question is, will it still be the same if he, it will be the same if he still is not going, if he's not going for that Ags, if it's going to be that first item Ags. It's something we saw Kaka do a lot. It's something that we saw change games quite a lot.
Yeah, it definitely can. And I think the Nyx in particular is really good against the Gyro last pick that they did. You have the Carapace, obviously, for all this AoE damage. So if he's not BKB'd on the Gyro, it can be a little bit difficult. Oh, good body blocks from Kaka.
Safe lane Magnus for Fly. We'll see how that goes. If that's really the hero for him. However, JT, host Tom, not going to be enough to survive. God King getting first blood on this Centaur. This feels similar to the Felix lane with the Enchantress.
Yeah, but again, they've done a really good job of making sure they hit their level 2s first by shoving in the lane, right? So when you have that level 2 advantage... I don't even know if they had it at the time, actually, but... maybe I'm just making things up.
I think they might have. A little bit of
the wave was
damage
pushing
coming
in, so I'm not sure that they'd quite hit the level 2 or not. Or God King.
Oh. Maybe could have got that homing missile. Red Panda coming in again. Time dilation. Just to slow up these heroes. And we saw the max time dilation. How much of a pain that is to deal with. It really becomes a problem once that hits like level 3, level 4. And how level 1, it is still a nuisance.
Yeah, it lasts such a long time as well. It's awful.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I mean, the big problem is that they haven't blocked this big camp on RNG, right? So this this Ench is able to, when it's able to get the creep, this SAPPHIRE really strong in the laning stage. Should actually not. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Time dilation once again.
JT's doing a really good job of holding the wave here.
Red Panda will get that range creep though. That's nice for him. A little bit of gold going his way. He's trying to get himself some range creeps. He needs to be a little bit careful. God King comes over and just denies that range creep that JT was hoping for. And yeah, he is just keeping this creep wave near. He'll push it back over to this range creep and the creep wave that's hit the equilibrium near the dire tier 1.
Oh, this creeps. He's had 2 really good creeps so far in the lane on Edge. That's quite funny. Looking
Satyr
forward
and the
to,
Dark Troll.
Looking forward to seeing if Felix will stack the big camp and the ancient camp on Dire's side as well for this gyro. Obviously, probably going for that max flat cannon build, you would assume. Try and amp his farm up with those ancient stacks as much as possible. 4-minute rune's coming. Kaka's heading over.
Comes over. Felix is here too. Impale picks up the water rune. The other one picked up by Emo. So IG have control of both those runes. Windrunner's Courier.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Okay.
I think it feels really bad not having this rune control as the leaner as well, because normally your hero's so good at pushing the wave out, right? And being able to control the rune spawns. But I mean, TA, just every auto attack is a wave clear. Effectively. So it works a little bit differently.
No time walk on Red Panda, but they don't want to play it too aggressively. JT not exactly working with a lot of health here, but now he'll be salved up.
How close is he to the Vanguard of the Centaur? Because, again, that's another really big timing in this lane. He's
Couple
80
hundred
gold
gold.
off. Yeah, this is really good.
Five minutes into the game, you've got TA who's still doing really well. No surprise, this is a much better TA time than we've seen in some other games, but only sitting 6th in the net worth. So Emo, despite the fact that it feels like the lane's going right in terms of CS, it's not perfect. And Ollie now getting a kill on a Red Panda in the top lane. So Red Panda can only dangle for so long. Taka getting a little bit low. One more shot there from Felix to finish him off. It's a 1-1 split for heroes across the map.
Yeah, missed the Impale, unfortunately. So disappointing for him.
Very. King just trying to hold his own. They've got the Shackle, Laguna Blade to start.
Yeah, that was ambitious.
Now Laguna Blade's just on cooldown. And doesn't really get the kill there.
TA does have to be a little bit careful. Doesn't have a salve or anything, so. And no rune to
Bottle
bottom
refill
either.
goes to Kaka. Yeah.
And I'm assuming Red Panda's going to go and get this bounty rune as well, so that the TA can't even refill from that either. They're still sitting mid.
Yeah, Shackle, LSA, Red Panda coming in. And Emo goes into the meld. They place down the sentry.
Oh my
Meld Strike's not going to do anything. And Red Panda ends up getting the kill on Emo. And I say it's not going to do anything. He survives.
I mean, he almost died just from the meld strike.
Yeah, maybe it was an understatement. Not doing
Didn't do
anything.
Jeez.
Hey, it didn't die. So technically it didn't do anything.
That's true.
Never in doubt.
Can't argue with that.
Brood's having a good lane over bottom. Top of the net worth.
Tower is under attack.
Call down.
Hiccup is just shoving the lane out. He wants to maximize his farm, so when you have the Centaur versus Gyro lane, both the heroes want to just shove the lane out and then go and farm the big camp. So if the Gyro pushes it out quicker, it means he's going to maximize his farm over the Centaur.
Yeah, they're pretty close in terms of net worth. JT comes over, but he's not going to be able to get any of these creeps.
Radiant's
Bottom tower is gone, so Flyby really making his presence felt. Only 3-1 with a 1k lead. Time dilation once again thrown on Emo, and that's going to send him back. And that the time dilation is really good up against this TA.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ollie coming over from the side, and Kaka getting hit with the LSA. Trap lands, Stampede used. Two-man stun from Kaka, and they'll get the kill into D-Stones. The Shackle turnaround, and Kaka... He's that time dilation. Ollie will die to Flyby, and it looks like they're going to get a +1 on this as Kaka trying to run, get the Spike Carapace, TP attempt.
Bash! Oh my!
And gets a first hit. First hit bash.
Oh dear.
Very unfortunate there for IG.
How ridiculous.
Just still get the kill, though, on the Luna. Flyby, though, kind of bolstering that farm by getting that kill and coming over mid, and they still want to go for something. They still want to make them pay for staying in this lane. They've got the Shackle, and they really can't do anything about losing Ollie, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything to save this tier 1 mid. How much do they want to continue to throw to try and save it is the question, as they've got Spiderlings aplenty ready to just move in and finish it off. But Centaur showing the TP. Shackle onto the TA. And now they've got Red Panda coming around the back to hit the Laguna Blade. The Impale hits on it too, but they get the kill on Emo. Now they're going to look over at JT, who's trying to find a target. Red Panda, time walk over. Kaka on the run. They've got Flyby. Well, can he do anything? Shackle again. That comes through and lands, and they'll finish off the Nyx Assassin. Flyby with yet another now dominating double kill. The tier 1 still stands, but again, for how long?
I mean, they're just connecting so well in this mid lane. They're just ignoring the Centaur completely. Like, he's tanky, but he doesn't really do a huge amount at this point. Okay, apart from to 9 towers, but... Yeah, the Brood's just taking over the game, especially from bot lane. You know, in theory, the Mag should have a really good time against the Brood, but eventually you can just creep skip anyway. Really good connection from the Brood. They now have the whole bottom half of the map to themselves. And again, just like last game, RNG choking them out the map.
Shack on the JT. Regen.
Oh,
Picked up, and it's a drive-by regen, but
Breach
immediately
shot
stopped.
with the spiders, but couldn't quite get there in time. Unfortunate. He's just trying to get level 6 on the
Dire's structures
Voider.
are fortified. Dire's
But picked
top
up for
tower is
JT.
under
Fly,
attack.
putting pressure on Red Panda.
So down in the bot lane. Yeah, let's just move away.
Dire's
I've just
top
got one
tower
thing for
is
that.
denied.
Oh, there's the Carapace onto the Gyro.
Call down being used, JT. He tries to move up on God King again. They've got the Blink Dagger now on Magnus, but they're working with a Blink Dagger debut without the RP behind it.
Can't wait to see the first RP usage this game.
Yeah, sure. Time dilation. Kaka slowed up.
Ah, I thought you might chrono that, but kill's a kill. RP him.
Skewer back. Do they have the extra control? Say something of a reverse polarity. LSA into the Laguna Blade. They're
Oh,
going
the
to kill an
sentry
Ollie.
down.
Now they're looking over at Kaka. They had the sentry down, but he's going to walk out of it. However, Vendetta's not going to last much longer, and if they could stick with him, they know where he's going most likely, and that's what
Bash?
they're going to try and get a bash. Ooh, they just need the shackle. RNG
It's-
heavily outplaying IG right now.
It's really sad when you get run down by the support duo as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower is
God, he's gone for this Vanguard hood on the Centaur, and when we saw this yesterday, it felt so good because he could just, when Faith began did it, he was just forcing down towers, right? But this Centaur's kind of just existing, and their map's getting taken over, and they have no playmaking potential because the Centaur doesn't have a blink.
Radiant's middle tower
it's
is
pretty
under
rough.
attack.
I mean, he's relatively farmed and he's doing okay, but his team are like suffering because of it. Like this Magnus has so little net worth to work with.
Dire's bottom
And we
tower is
we have
under
to say
attack.
Ench yet again. It feels like it hasn't done a huge amount this game.
Yeah. Hasn't exactly been a game changer.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Good break of
If-
smoke of Kaka.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have Chrono coming down bottom, but
He's really close to his axe on the gyro. 100 gold away. I find it really interesting that God King, he doesn't like this stats build, right? We see a lot of European and NA players, they go like 0-1-4 stats. But he still likes the 1-1-4 and then go back for Rocket Barrage.
yeah, I don't think we've seen a stats build gyro yet in this tournament so far.
We have not. That's correct.
Granted, we're only at the end of day 2, but up to this point. Oh, time dilation. Do they throw the Chrono? No, Blink Hoof Stomp instead. And Red Panda's gonna time walk. Now the RP lands on 2. They've got the
Venus
Impale to
stun.
follow it up. They'll kill off Red Panda and Felix, so this support duo didn't get away with that kind of aggression again, and they're gonna lose D-Stone. So JT and the rest of IG finally punish the aggression of RNG.
Yeah, really well played. They make sure they bring the numbers this time, so when they get the RP, they have lots of follow-up to go along with. You know, if it's like a 3 versus 3 there, then
Dire's
probably doesn't mean as much. But God King didn't really want to fight quite yet.
And Emo just getting taken out here by Flyby. Flyby, who has this Orchid already finished, going into the Ags next. They've got the Shackle. They'll get the kill onto Ollie. That is a Flyby double kill that comes through for them.
More like drive-by. Am I right?
Basically.
That was pretty bad.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It was close. You almost got
Are they
something out of
rushing?
it.
Yeah, they are. Well,
Yeah, ran a rush.
It's such an early rush as well, but with the Lina and the gyro, all the brood spiders to tank as well, it's so easy. Dies really quickly.
Dire's structures are fortified. Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Yeah, again, we've asked discussions before, how much value can they get out of the first Aegis here? You know, if we look at the map, there's no tier 1 standing at the moment.
Right.
So, you know, there's no like immediate objective that you can look towards and be like, yeah, this is what they want to do next. You would argue probably the bot tier 2, but
Chasing Fly. Oh, whoa!
Good
Just
corner.
caught him on the edge. Wasn't sure he was going to land that, but they've got the LSA to follow it up. He stuns for a moment,
Radiant's middle tower.
stunned, and, well, they'll still get the kill on a Fly.
or the Purge on the win run.
Ooh, looking over, Windrunner in some trouble. Meld Strike. There's a single tap from Emo to get that kill.
Oh, the spiders are all they're caught not having webs, but Emo without the Stampede.
Yeah, in a lot of trouble. Time dilation with the dust. Look at the damage coming in. Emo dead again. This is the 4th time this TA has died.
Steven was right. Emo is going to be angry, but probably not for the right reasons this game. It's not been a fantastic show from IG so far in game 3.
No, not yet. Wondering if there's still anything yet to come.
Oh, both teams get a ball whip at the same time. Nice.
And this Ag's ready on God King. He's got the Yasha going and finishing that SNY next. While Lena's going to have a BKB ready to go. Ooh. Bye-bye. Finally spotted. He's got the insatiable hunger. But there's the RP. And he's going to end up dead. So they finally get a kill here on Flyby. That's a 7x3 going the way of Fly.
Yeah, that's a really nice RP. Gets him up to the high ground where his other team are waiting as well. His other teammates, I should say, not his other team.
He's playing for both teams.
Yeah.
Agent Fly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Trying to take the bottom tier 2, but they use that glyph. Eventually, though, it is bound to fall.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Deso for the TA, BKB for the Lena.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I mean, the Lena's a little bit far behind where you would expect the Lena to be, but I mean, because the Brood and the Gyro are taking up so much of the map, and there was a lot of rotations happening towards mid early on. She's probably, you know, been involved with the fights more than the other cores, you would say.
Radiant's bottom tower
In terms of like the
is
big
under
engagements,
attack.
at least.
Dire's top
I
tower
see
is under
Kaka.
attack. Radiant
Had that
are
sentry
scared.
down. He was actually on the edge of it, and he went through the sentry again. You may not expect the sentry to be exactly there, but they get the dust. Homie missile coming through. Impale. Don't land the LSA, but eventually this homie missile
Yes,
will
Karis.
come in and hit Orchid, and the Laguna Boy kill. So D-Stones gets another kill on Akaka.
Very nice.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, when you're the Nixon, you're pulling like 3 heroes away right towards the top hand right of the map, but it's not like the end of the world, right?
No.
It's not an awful death.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So he's going Yasha straight into Satanic on the Gyro. Okay. Oh, actually, I think he has SMY on the Courier, maybe.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
okay.
tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Just trying to take this tower. Now they've got the Heaven's Halberd on the Brood.
And it's like we were saying before, how much like value can they get out of the Aegis? They've managed to take 2 tier 2 towers, which is pretty good going.
Is under attack.
Yeah.
IG are just playing the other half of the map and just cutting waves and like farming the jungle and things, so they're not falling behind too much. Considering how much IG are taking over the map. Sorry, RNG are taking over the map.
Don't burn your fingers.
Do you remember before I said when they haven't been going Ags first Nyx?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, Chrono.
RP onto the Void, and Red Panda will go down.
Is that worth it though? I mean, I don't think they're going to get the tower for it either, and now there's no RP. I guess it's a slow game, but... So any kill's a kill.
Yeah, kills, kill. You were saying it last game. And I think the game before that.
Am I just repeating myself? Is that what you're saying? Am I boring?
No comment. No comment.
Damn. I need some fresh ideas.
You just gotta like quote movies every now and then that nobody knows.
Structures are fortified.
Oz coming out as JT disconnects.
I was going to throw you under the bus there, but I'll be nice instead.
Nah, go for it. We got a pause. You can do it.
I was just going to mention that I'll be like, oh yeah, I need some fresh ideas. Every time Tinker gets picked, I should mention that time that that Tinker was played.
Let me tell you one thing. Tinker has been once picked. Once picked. And yes, does that technically count as every time?
Guys, I
Yes.
really want Tinker this game. Do you remember that one game that it got picked before? And it was really good.
I'm not even doing draft analysis. What are you talking about?
Money to burn.
Yeah, Kaka's so close to this Axe. I mean, he's not really close, but oh dear, he's dusted.
Oh.
He would have been closer to the Axe, but
Is he done and dusted?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh! No, he's not. He's not dead. He is close to the Ags. You never had faith in him surviving.
Dire's
No, I
top
didn't.
tower has fallen.
and IG
Wow.
are slowly coming back into this game. I think, especially considering RNG got the Aegis, they've actually gained net worth since they did it. So
Yeah.
they've done a really good job of just keeping this top lane shoved in all the time. Kaka's just been playing bot really.
Dire's
It's
top
been annoying
tower
as
is
possible.
under attack.
So fair play to them. Doing a good job.
Now that elusive play reminds me of that time where OP played Tinker and it was DAC. Yeah, all right. And DAC 2017.
I like the obscure China
Dire's
references.
top tower is under attack.
Remember the Nanyang cruise ship tournament that happened?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Was that an oh yeah that one like you don't remember, or an oh yeah that
Oh,
one
no,
like you
I
do
mean,
remember?
wouldn't dare
the
not
one that was
remember.
like pre-recorded or something like that, and they played the games after they got played on the ship. Yeah, because the internet was not as good as they thought it would be.
Yeah, it was supposed to be such a big thing, wasn't it? Playing on the
Yeah.
cruise ship.
Power shot comes in and hits Ollie. Red Panda chasing, but not really going for anything.
Oh, good TP.
Emo's going BKB, and he's picked it up.
That's a good BKB game. I think obviously against the Lina, this Brood has Orchid, against the Wind Ranger Chakras and everything. But it's not like a free BKB game, right? Which it sometimes is. They're just going to sit here under their own ward. Emo almost got caught between a creep and the Centaur then. And Ollie's just here to tank the gank, try and soak some damage. I think we've seen Red Panda do this game as well.
Firefly. I don't know if he's tanking a gank. Chrono.
Oh
To follow this up, they're going to go for Firefly. They get the kill on the
Nice.
Firefly. They end up losing Felix. Emo with the BKB trying to get the damage out on a God King. They'll use the Stampede. Can they keep up with this Gyrocopter? They're going to chase and focus. The right clicks are in. They've got the damage. They'll get the kill. And now Emo without the BKB. Can he survive the LSA? The right clicks in. And now they'll finish him off. Emo gone the flyby. And Kaka, well, it's bug on bug action. And the LSA is there. You can burrow, but that's not a safe home. And yeah.
no! That might be
Eventually
one of the
Flyby
best
will finish him
chronos
off.
I've ever seen.
Ever seen?
Because he didn't catch the gyro in it either.
Time is money.
So the gyro was just on the edge of the chrono, just flat canninging everybody down. Watch.
Oh.
That was so good.
It looks like he's in there.
Like, that fight could have been awful. Like, that was basically like a game-losing fight, potentially, because Roche is up as well, and Radiant
Yeah.
would have just walked into the pit and taken the second Roche. And we all know how important second Roche is, B-Cop.
Second Roche is very important.
Watching the spiders try and chase the edge.
RNG into Roche for one hit, and then they're out. They put their right foot in, they put their right foot out.
Oh, he's going Orchid on Mag. Okay. He went Echo Saber, disassembled it, made BKB, and has now used the Oblivion to start to make Orchids. So
Oh.
it's pretty good.
Fly tried for the blink skewer combo.
This is a good loop from IG here if they go around the top.
They don't have RP or anything, so we'll see. They'll have RP in 14 seconds.
He's got a Vanguard on the Void, Jesus.
Blink, post stop, skewer back with the silence. They should have the damage, but they've got the shack on to JT with the rocket barrage coming in. Time walk
Good
away,
burrow
Red Panda
stun.
surviving. Kaka over to the side, but they've got the RP that hits the gyro as well as the Lina. They've got the damage coming in from Emo. Do they have enough to get the kill here on a D-Stones? No, he's able to walk on the high ground. Kaka finally spotted. He's still surviving the shockwave flyby, focusing attention onto the Nyx assassin. They'll end up trading 1-for-1.
Yeah, pretty good though for the Dire side. RPUs, they didn't really get anything for it on IG.
And it was on gyro as well as the Lina. I'm surprised they didn't get more on it.
It was a great follow-up Impale as well from the Knicks. I think they started with the Impale actually, but
Radiant's middle tower.
and they have the vision control outside the Roche, but now on the Radiant side. Is there a gem on the Brood? I think he has one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So I say they had vision control. They don't anymore.
See if they can do this. Sentry and Obs there. They'll take the Sentry. They'll throw an Impale. That's not going to land. Time walk forward, but they've got the Orchid. Now they're going to have the call down to follow it up. Fly trying to skewer away, but Kaka, he's left to die. Ooh, good chrono on to 2, and they're going to get the kill on a Fly to follow this one.
Emo
3
just
years
can't
down the
even
side of
enter.
IG. And JT looking like he's dead too.
I mean, this Red Panda
4 heroes,
Void
no
is
buyback.
This Red Panda Void is so tanky. Like, he just runs up the fight in the same way the Ench would and just tanks up a load of damage. They just don't want to go on him, right? Because they know they can't burst him from 100 to 0. And if they do, they have to commit so much to kill him. And he just gains information, just drops a chrono on the stairs.
Oh boy,
without RP, it's really difficult for them to fight.
This shard becomes very good for the Broodmother post BKBs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that, do you?
Dire's structures are fortified.
If the Mag's back up, so they might be able to make a skewer play here, but it's not easy.
Ollie, oh my god. Skewer play coming through onto the gyro. They've got Emo right next to him. And there's that AoE Silken Bola. And they've also got the Satanic to get the kill on a Kaka. The Arachnid doing a very good job here. But the Arachnid gets caught with the RP. They've got the BKB as well as the Sideblade damage to get the kill on the D-Stones. They'll look over at Gyro. He's disarmed, throws down a call down, then they'll pop that Aegis. Buyback from D-Stones. They're going to follow that up with a kill on a Red Panda, and now God King trying to do everything he can to follow up and maybe find something for his team, but the skewer back from Fly. God King pulled in by the tier 4. They've got the double edge.
Yeah, Satanic
again. Tanakaka, Satanic, but he's disarmed. The right-click damage is enough to get the kill on a God King.
Yeah, really well played by IG to keep themselves in the game. Because, I mean, that could have really been the end of it there, but you see how strong the skewer is. I mean, the ability to just get people so far out of position.
They still can't squish the Arachnid, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's very tough.
Going Bloodthorn Axe. Felix, Shackle, not connecting to anything else. Dust on a Kaka. And now they're going to get themselves the LSA as well as the Laguna Blade. They'll kill the bug.
That's a huge pick-off. With the Knicks not having any buyback available. Any potential map control they could have got back basically just isn't there anymore. That's going to be a ceremonial road for the Knicks, though. Like we said yesterday, it's about as good as you can get on that hero.
Yeah.
The win range is hunting.
Ooh. Ooh. Forced to BKB. And there's a quick pause. TA and Centaur both disconnecting. Well, we used to do chat interaction a lot. So, what's our chat interaction right now? Oh, you know what?
Okay.
I think I got one.
What about if the game ends before 30 minutes? No?
1 for yes, 2 for no.
What's your one?
Is an Arachnid a bug? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I mean, that's not an opinion-based question, but, you know.
Oh dear. They still have the cheese on the leader, by the way. We didn't mention that, but...
Oh, I've got a question. When you spot a spider, do you step on it with your left foot or right foot? 1 for left, 2 for right.
No, you let it outside.
Oh.
Be nice to the spiders.
Tito is picked up here for Emo. I'm going to try and hold the high ground. God King frontlining it. He's got the Satanic ready to go. And let's see if he can hold out or if IG can defend.
The Nyx has respawned now, but they've got all these spiders on the high ground. Well, they had all those spiders on the... Yeah, okay. It's a little bit risky for RNG.
Oh, Blink looking for the score.
Oh, what a shot!
Oh, man!
Game over.
God King will clean him up. 2 heroes dead without buyback. Kaka soon to follow into the grave, and they'll buy back on this Enchantress with not much more to give.
What a play by the Felix Wind Ranger and a
Chrono once again locking up the Enchantress who just bought back. Laguna Blade used. Kaka calls it. He taps out. And it is going to be an RNG victory, 2-1 over IG.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed from IG. I think we were expecting a little bit more from them today, but RNG, they looked fantastic. I think this Wind Ranger has looked really good across a lot of the position 4s that have played it so far. You know, we've seen Borax on it as well. And yeah, fantastic. I mean, it feels like these shackles that are being landed are just always on point. Yeah, RNG did really well that game. Position 5 Void, can't beat it. They're just too good. How do you beat their 5 Void?
How do you? Yeah, I don't think position 5 Void's going to lose again. I just don't think it's going to happen. When you've got help from Iraq